Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today is the 24th of March 2021, and it is a Wednesday. Over here is the halfway mark of our canvas of Grandfather with the Baby. So let us continue. And I planned to do this section over here on the side. So let's start with the symbol K, capital K. There's a lot of that. Ooh, it's burnt orange. Well, I would say brick color, but the other one was a brick color. I don't know. Let's just say it's a beautiful color. So let's get to work on here. How are you doing today? Is it getting to be a little bit spring-like where you are? In some places they were complaining about the heat. Well, we're not complaining about the heat. Today's a nice sunny day though. We had a long weekend. And if I remember correctly, it's going to be Palm Sunday. I have my door decoration up. Right now I am crocheting some little eggs with embroidery on it, and I will show them to you tomorrow to see how it turned out. I am learning all of these from YouTube. Free patterns, you know, and you follow along. They'll show you how to do it. You know, crochet lessons for dummies like me. They are amigurumi eggs. Now, we made some amigurumi, you remember. We were doing it together. However, I don't have any stuffing material, so I am using odds, bits, and pieces of what I can find of leftover yarn that are not good for anything else. I don't throw away scraps and what I cut off. I save them to stuff amigurumi with. And since they are synthetic yarn, only the socks I made out of wool, they can be washed, which to me is important, that an object that I make can be washed, which I told you yesterday. Seems to be a very easy pattern, you know, usual. Start with a 6 in a magic circle, double 12, etc. Increase, decrease, very simple. I think once you learn the simple basics, you can do just about anything. That's what I have learned, and about a year since I started learning it. And I choose patterns that have line-by-line instructions because this is how I work. I am not expert enough yet to follow those charts and patterns, and I can't, I don't know how to do that yet. I was not that concerned about learning it either. So maybe that's why I don't know how to do it. I presume if I had reason to learn it, I would, but I really don't see any reason to learn it. So these are little eggs. I use white leftover yarn, Aran weight. It's at a size 3 crochet hook, but for me a size 2.5 worked better. I do tend to crochet tight. I learned that from making amigurumi, that you have to stuff. And so the stuffing doesn't come out, you have to do it tight. So I had to loosen it up a bit. And I do have a big ball of leftover yarn, which I will cut up into tiny pieces. And I'm going to stuff the little eggs with that. And then I have multicolor yarn, which I will embroider little flowers on the white eggs. And tomorrow I will show you that. I did not find any Easter diamond painting. I'm sure there are. However, because of the shipping delays, I'm totally off schedule, shall I put it that way. We make do with what we have, and what we have is plenty. We have enough to keep us busy until the next, from wherever, whatever, from somewhere, we will get some sort of delivery. That's how I am nowadays, you know. From somewhere, something will come. I ordered it such a long time ago, I forgot what I ordered from where. So I do think that I will have to keep a little notebook and list what I ordered from where and for how much money, etc., you know, until things get cleared up and get back to normal. I think that would be a solution to the present dilemma that we seem to have some time. Anyway, I seem to have some time. Let me put it this way. Yes, my brain seems to be working on economy mode. Ever since I got those shots. Well, folks, what did I get in the mail today? I got a card. Like a Visa debit card, you know. I got a card that says I am immunized. I said, oh, thank you. And then there was a website. If you are interested to know what privileges the fact that you are immunized has for you, you should go to this blank, blank, blank website. It's a .gov.who website, you know, government website. So I am looking at this card upside down, back and forth, inside and out, and I can't make head or tail out of it, beside the fact that I am immunized. Whippy! Little old me goes on the website trying to figure out what this wonderful card is good for. I go to the website that's on the back of the card. Nothing there. Not even a, you know, where you search. No. There's a telephone number. Green, you know, free telephone, free call. You know what I mean. I call. I listen to music. It tells me to push some buttons. I push some buttons. I listen to more boring music. After the music, a baritone voice tells me to push some buttons. I push some more buttons. I hear more music. But this time, my musical entertainment was totally, you know, my cup runneth over. Finally, I got a living human voice. Said, "Good morning. May I help you?" I go, "Oh, yes, please don't play any more music." So I tell the nice gentleman, "I got this wonderful, cute looking card. It's a nice looking card. And I would like to know to what privilege this entitles me to." Um, After a deadly silence of a few seconds, where I think the man was rolling on the floor laughing, seriously, folks, my opinion, he said, "You are entitled to what?" I said, "Excuse me, this is what I'm asking you." He said, "Oh, I understand, but you see, the government did not make any provisions as to what you are entitled to because you are immunized." I said, "Okay, then why did I get this card?" "Well, ma'am, you got the card because you are immunized." I go, "Okay, but what it is good for? What am I supposed to do with this wonderful piece of plastic?" After the man went out to roll on the floor and laugh again, he said, "I should put it in my wallet with the rest of the cards." I go, "Thank you. That's it. For that, the government sent me a card. So I have another one in my wallet?" He goes, "Yes, ma'am." I go, "Thank you." After I finished swearing for about half an hour, screaming, yelling, slamming a few things around, I calmed down. I put the wonderful card into my wallet with the rest of the useless plastic rubbish. The new bank card, which I would have needed, has not arrived. This useless piece of rubbish has arrived. I'm sure there's a logic there somewhere. However, that fact seems to evade me at particular moment. So, folks, thanks to our wonderful government, we got another piece of plastic card. Let me make it a point to thank our dear president, who seems to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, he's there. Okay. And of course, I will post this loaded question. "Excuse me, sir, but what is this card good for? Why is this good that I have one?" "Because it says you are entitled to privileges because you are immune. And I would like to know, what are my privileges? Am I allowed to walk outside and the policeman will not give me a hefty fine?" And go, "No, no, no, you know you're not allowed out on the street after 8 o'clock at night." Or, I don't know, I can shake hands with my neighbors. What is this good for? Wonderful. I sit down to do a video. Ambulance on the way. Thank you. Now I am definitely convinced I am connected to the ambulance service. And they know when I turn on the camera to make a video. I am definitely convinced out of that. Usually I'm very cool, calm, and collected, but stupidity does get the better of me. This should be interesting to see what develops out of these little stupid cards. It's not bad enough that America sends me paper checks, which are totally useless. Nowhere on God's green earth am I allowed to deposit it. I didn't want to cash it. I wanted to deposit it to my US dollar account. And they said, no. Couple of years now, we do not accept paper checks. I said, did you tell the IRS that? Yes, we did. We told them they must do direct deposit. I said, yes. And continue that frame of thought. Let's see what develops. And they said they do not transfer to foreign bank. I go, but Social Security sends every month to this bank. So I took the cute little check, I put it in a frame, and I threw it on the wall in the bathroom. I figured, good enough. And it's hidden behind the door, so I don't even have to look at it. I said, well, that was a nice thought. Didn't work, but it was a nice thought. Could have used the money to pay my dental bills, but that's okay. I'm telling you. It must be me. I mean, the whole world cannot be stupid, so it's me, definitely, I have come to that conclusion. And I do have a good sense of humor. And I do have a sarcastic streak to my nature. And believe me, when it gets the better of me, there are very interesting telephone conversations with some of these extremely intelligent people. I keep on reminding myself, calm down, they are human beings. They are hardworking human beings. They sit in an office all day long and they talk to idiots all day long. Maybe that's why they have turned into intelligently challenged, what have you. I tend to see the humor in the most preposterous of all situations. I'm funny like that. Because what else can you do? You're like, this is not happening. No, 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 this is not for real. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to realize that, no, this was just a bad dream. But it is reality, folks. Good thing I am not prone to headaches. I think I would have a major one every single day. First of all, living in Hungary, you need a good sense of humor. Sarcasm comes in very handy. Knowing a couple of languages comes in handy too, because you can smile and swear and nobody knows that you're swearing, You stand there and sweetly smile, and in the meantime, you're like, you stupid idiot. What is your problem already? I am talking in your native language. Which part do you not understand? I will explain in 3 different languages. And and all the time you're smiling at them sweetly, adorably. Yes, that works. And the funniest thing is they smile back at you because they don't know what you're saying. And you're like, oh, this is fun. Seriously, folks, I think I should record that one of these days because I think it's the funniest situation. But that's when I'm totally at my wits' end, you know. I mean, there's just no way of getting through to them. And they kept on repeating the same old idiot sentence, and you keep on telling them, no, that's not what I asked. And yet they repeated each time a little bit louder. I think they presume that if they scream at you, you take the answer just to get out of there. Oh, save me. Save me from offices and having to handle these kind of official things. Because believe me, I swear I must have lost at least half of my hair right then and there. And the other half probably turned gray. No wonder why I was not pulling out. But I remained calm and I smiled. I'm sure by now they have learned a few well-chosen English words. I would not recommend for them to ask me the meaning of those words or for me to demonstrate the meaning of those words. Yes. Anyway. And then you walk out of the offices and you're walking down the street and you're mumbling and you are smiling to yourself and people look at you like, yup, she's lost it, definitely. And they haven't got the faintest idea why you are carrying on like that. Right? I have even explained the situation to a post box, you know, on the street. And believe me, that post box understood it better than the ladies in the office. And I just started laughing. By that time, people did give me strange looks like, oh, poor woman. And I smiled back at them like, if you only knew. Mm-hmm. Yes. This is all the capital K? While I'm ranting and raving and complaining, we get our diamond painting done. Oh, let me tell you. I wish you would give me some of your experiences in this kind of official matters. I am sure you must have a few stories also. I am positive. Oh, by the way, about this immunity card, I asked my wonderful healthcare professional, you know, a family doctor, because this is how it works in Hungary. I asked her, are they really going to have these kind of ID cards that you are immunized? And she said, oh, no, 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 no way, absolutely not. Well, guess what I got in the mail today? The card that is absolutely not going to be. It was in the mail. And I laughed. I'm not going to tell my doctor. I would just whip it out and show it to her like, guess what? I am sure she's overworked and overtired. That must have been the excuse that Yes, folks, thank you for letting me rant and rave. Not often that I do. Actually, I'm laughing. Seriously. You should see me talking to the postbox on the street. You would have been laughing too. We had a wonderful conversation, truly. I mean, just was sitting there on the street listening to me nice and quietly. Good thing I am a born Hungarian. Can you imagine if a poor foreigner comes to this country and goes through these things? I mean, that person will probably have a nervous breakdown. I mean, we in Hungary are used to such nonsense, so not really fazed by it. And you have to remember that it's our neighbors that are working in these offices, so we don't always see them in the office, but we see them when they come home from work. It's a small country, and this is a very small city, and two of my neighbors work in offices. So you have to be nice to them. You don't want them to want to murder you when they come home from work. Can you imagine if somebody was looking out the window seeing me talking to the post box? hmm Especially if it was one of my neighbors and then she would come home and tell the other neighbors, guess what Mrs. So and so from the door two was doing today on the street? Let me tell you, this is what goes on in my apartment house. This is a small apartment house, 4 flats, 4 stories high. Well, there's 5 stories because there's a ground floor. But those are not apartments. They are offices and store and tanning place and things like that. They are called service apartments. I have no idea why they're called service apartments, but that's what they are. And if that's what they named them, it's fine with me. But it's a very quiet apartment house, I must say, which is good because poor hubby works in 3 shifts and he's sleeping right now. So he won't come and complain on my life. I did not tell him to shut up. I refuse to stand for that. I asked him to please shut your face, my love. Not the same as saying shut up. That's not nice. Not to mention the fact he's tall, dark, and handsome and bigger than I am. Oh dear. It's been a rough day. And it's only 1 in the afternoon. 1300 in my country because we go by military time. I don't know why, but we do. So we don't have AM and PM. We have, after 12 comes 13 all the way to 24, and then it starts all over again with 1. Took me a while to learn it. But now I'm like one of the natives. But I must say it's a very relaxed, very comfortable lifestyle here. Much less of a hectic rush and whatever as it was in the U.S., where I lived in a big city. Blizzard country, folks. Let me tell you about the blizzards in Buffalo. Mm, kids loved it. They would turn on the radio to see if the school is closed. You know, 2 flakes of snow, and they wanted um, the schools to be closed. I said, no, 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 dear. You're going to school. I don't care if you're going with a dog sled and snowshoes, but you're going to school, dear. But ma'am, the schools are closed. That's okay, you're still going to school. I loved my children dearly. It's not sticky. Then let's put it the other way. Now they're not going to line up. Yes, you are. Thank you. Okay, let's put it over here. And we can do some multiplacing right here. I guess this light cream color is supposed to be like this is the lightest color on this canvas. There's no white. This is it. There we go. Believe me, folks, diamond painting relaxes you. Take my word for it. It always lifts my spirit. And like I told you, I've been waiting for this canvas for months and months and months. Good thing comes to those that wait. Here's a good example of it. Let's do some shake, shake, shake. And fill this spot right there. There we go. And I just found a spot where there's more of this symbol. And straighten that out. Looking outside, it's nice and bright and sunny, but it's cold. Definitely still need winter jacket. You know, by this time of the year, you want to throw that winter jacket away already. It's like spend a half an hour getting dressed. You got to have the closet on you because it's so cold. Actually, it's not that cold anymore. It's a +6 centigrade, which is a good temperature for hungry for spring, you know. Yeah, I have to fill up the pan, but I don't want to bother with it now because I am done with this symbol, and we can solve the problem this way also. See? The things we learned together, one here and one there. So, we're on the halfway mark. I'm going to do some work by myself on this to a certain extent because I want to do the Easter eggs. That's a rush job now. Thank you very much for spending time with me. I will see you tomorrow afternoon, same time, same station. Stay safe, stay happy. Bye for now.